Hey, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. It is December 26th, 2023, the day after Christmas. So, I got up this morning, went outside, and there was a Christmas present waiting for me outside, and it was from Kevin Johnson of Gotham City Comics, the famous comic book store in Mesa, Arizona. And oh, you got to see this. Look at this. I don't want to wake him up. Man, do you see that? That's Alan the cat and Pete the cat feeling the Christmas spirit. Well, yeah, let me show you what I got here. Where is the... Oh, how did my wife's coat wind up on the floor? Oh, look, it's Drew the dog celebrating the day after Christmas. Well, we had some ham and potato salad. Today we're going to have some mashed potatoes. But look, to Mr. and Mrs. Orloff, Merry Christmas. So I'm going to save this. Let me show you what he sent me. There's a store. I don't know where it is, L.A., Las Vegas, but it's a store like it was designed to appeal to me. It's called Retro A Go-Go, and I always see them advertising, online, and I've never ordered anything from them. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just in shock whenever I see their ads that people are making gigantic sculptures of Count Chocula's head and stuff, and I don't know. But now I have some actual Retro A Go-Go stuff, and I've moved some stuff around to display it properly. So let me show you what he sent. Here, look at this. This giant tapestry, whatever you call it. Bela Lugosi in person and company with his horror and magic stage show. So let me get back a little bit to... So I put this here in this room where the monster gun used to be, and then I moved the Batman Returns stand up over a bit and moved the paperback rack over a little bit. Man, I remember buying this book like it was yesterday. The novelization of The Pilot of Space 1999. I bought this before it premiered. We were living in Tacoma, Washington at the time. And a couple of years later, this was it's not really a novelization. It's a different story. But anyway, this was the book that came out when Superman the movie came out 45 years ago. So lots of fun paperbacks here. They lived on human flesh. This is one of those books based on that soccer team that crashed in the Andes or whatever. They made a movie called Survive when I was in 6th grade, and everyone in the school that had seen this R-rated movie were talking about it. It was a made in Mexico movie. And then they made a movie called Alive, or maybe it was the other that was actually a Hollywood production. I saw that one in the theater. Anyway, I moved the Christmas tree that used to be there. Where did I move it? Oh, I moved it over. That's one thing Gotham City Comics, Kevin Johnson sent. So I moved the Christmas tree that was there to the library, since it's not Christmas anymore. But I'm not going to take the Christmas tree down. That would be madness. What kind of savage takes a Christmas tree down? It's actually called laziness. Oh, another thing he sent me. I'll show you where it is here. Here in the door to the garage here. Look at this. That you can get from Retro A Go-Go. This Jack Davis Frankenstein. It's actually on cloth. See, this is the door that goes out to what I call the stage. So out here is where I can address the crowds. But anyway, I got my microphone here. But I'll leave that for another show. So now we have an incredible Jack Davis here. Again, astonishing. This is the servant stairs that take you up to the third floor of the Hotel Orloff. Okay. Oh, and we have to go to the basement to see the other present that was sent. My wife hasn't seen these yet. She is still sleeping as it is early December 26th, Christmas. Well, December 24th is Christmas Eve. December 26th, what's the day of that? The day after Christmas. If maybe that's Christmas Eve, so this is Christmas Adam, the opposite of Eve. Okay, so we go into, here's the big reveal. Man, where is the light? Just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hold on. We're in the basement now. Look at this. This is my wife's jukebox. And look at this. We've got this giant tapestry of Betty Page. So. I always thought this kind of looked like Richard Nixon there. So, Sarah, did you guys get a lot of cool presents? Well, this is amazing. These three things just showed up this morning, and I appreciate the wonderful gifts that I got from my wife. And there were already a few gifts because the last time I ordered from Gotham City Comics, Kevin threw some extra books, Golden Age books in, and so I already thought that was my Christmas present. And what else? Oh, what else was it? Oh, and of course, Charlton 66, Stanley J. Kirby, lead paint. These people sent me Christmas gifts. I think I'm leaving somebody out. But anyway, it was a pretty great Christmas. But it didn't snow on Christmas. On Christmas, it rained. Oh, here's where I put the other Christmas tree that I did have on the porch. Let's put it here. So let's go turn some lights off. Look, it's Drew the dog. Oh, what I wanted to show you, ladies and gentlemen, turn some of the lights out, is it was raining yesterday, so we didn't have a white Christmas, right? But look at this happening right now. Watch it. We're getting snow. How about that? So, I'm dreaming of a white day after Christmas. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Snow. Yes, indeed.
mostly cloudy until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 20s. North winds 5 to 10 miles.
Right now it is 33 degrees.
Highs in the upper 30s. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Friday, sunny. Highs in the upper 30s. Friday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 20s. Saturday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-30s. Saturday night, mostly cloudy until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows in the lower 20s. Sunday, partly sunny. Highs in the lower 30s. Sunday night, mostly cloudy until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy.
Amazing.
Lows 15 to 20. New Year's Day, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 30s. Again, the forecast for Corning, Bedford, Mount Ayr, and surrounding locations for the rest of today, cloudy with scattered snow showers. Snow accumulation around an inch possible.
We might get an inch of snow. Not anything horrific.
South winds around 10 miles an hour.
We would have worse snow in Texas sometimes.
Chance of snow 40%.
In fact, we had a snowstorm one time that caused our tree in the backyard to topple over.
At the Creston Airport, it was cloudy.
But it was still living, even though it was on its side. And my friend Gerald got a whatever the system you use to lift an engine out of a car, and he put the tree back up right and put some stakes in the ground with some rope to hold it up in place. And the tree lived for quite a few years later until it fell over again. But how about that? I'm going. We're at the supermarket, ladies and gentlemen. It takes about 45 seconds to get to the supermarket here. I'm going to go in and get some nourishing food, and I'll let you continue watching the snow. I'll be back. I don't want to take this camera into the store. Whoa, shit! I mean, shoot. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Lunch for the day after Christmas. Crispitos from the deli and a Dr. Pepper.
These are the 1 p.m. conditions for the Creston area. At the Creston Airport, it was cloudy. The temperature was 32 degrees, the dew point 30, and the relative humidity 93%. The wind was southeast at 12 miles an hour, producing a wind chill of 23. The pressure was 29.74 inches and falling. Looking around the area,
Some enchanted evening,
between 32 and 33.
the orders see a stranger. The orders see a stranger across a crowded room.
Sunny at Red Oak and Harlem. At Clarinda, it was cloudy. Here are some conditions elsewhere in the
How about that?
temperatures were between 32 and 35 degrees. In the summer, snow was falling. At Omaha, Johnson Bluff, it was partly sunny. It was cloudy at Cedar Rapids and Sioux City. At Kansas City, snow and fog
Indeed.
were reported. At St. Joseph, snow and fog were reported. Now for a few weather conditions around the region. At Grand Island, it was cloudy. The temperature was 26 degrees. The wind chill was 17. In Sioux Falls, it was cloudy. The temperature was 32 degrees. The wind chill was 25. At Minneapolis, St. Paul, it was cloudy. The temperature was 35 degrees. The wind chill was 28. Once again at 1 p.m. in Creston, it was cloudy. The temperature was 30
Wish?
degrees.
What the heck is Wish?
23.
That sounds like a movie I don't want to see. That must be like a Disney movie.
No showers will quickly reduce visibility over 1 mile of rain from late morning into early afternoon. Adjusting to a half inch of snow is possible with any heavier or more persistent snow showers. The areas affected include
How about that?
central and southern Iowa, including Interstate 80, Interstate
Well, we can bag and board some comics. Do something, man.
this morning through afternoon. The following is central
I don't think I've put gas in my car since like before Halloween because there's everything is real close. I took the long way going home. I drove around the city square so you could see the decorations. How about that? How about that one? All right. Well, how about that? I mean, the snow's not super impressive, but it's snow, man. We'll build a snowman later. What was I talking about? Oh, I put this tiki mask up here. I'm trying to possibly create a tiki lounge here on the porch. That's what the goal was, at least. All right.
Japanese, South Koreans.
Oh, man.
I saw the greatest men wearing uniform that I've ever seen.
The dog wants food.
And I go back to the United States to tell my Congress no more money for Ukraine or Zelensky, period.
Well, yesterday I did a 9-hour live stream where I broadcast old Christmas episodes. And I just thought it would be just something to do for people that didn't have relatives over for Christmas or something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And I've already done, the first of that. I'll continue to do that for the next month. But they will be given notice in no uncertain terms that war crimes are being committed by American tax dollars and weapons are being given to Zelensky and the Ukrainians. And the documentation I have and the witnesses I have.
No, don't start chewing on my Dr. Pepper. How dare you?
I mean, essentially what they did in Dresden in World War II, they're doing to the net. So, every day bus stations and hospitals are being hit. This is what the Americans are doing with Lindsey Graham's smiling.
Anyway, so how are you guys doing on the day after Christmas, ladies and gentlemen?
That needs to be given notice. And I think you're going to see a complete dry up. Ukraine will dissemble and they'll flood into Europe, and that's where the bad guys from CIA and the MI6 are going to use them to commit more crimes, like we did in Operation Gladio in Italy, and they'll do that in elsewhere. Look what just happened. They just said there was a shooting in Prague, right? I would not be surprised if Ukrainian drug-induced, brainwashed individuals that did that.
All right, now get some nourishment.
That day is coming. So that's going to be the fruit of Ukraine. And it sounds terrible to say this, but we have terrible people in government and the intel community and the military that are responsible for this.
Okay. Now the hard part is standing up. I was talking about how much my knees hurt last night with a friend of mine on the phone, and then this morning I see ads for knee replacement on Facebook, so that tells me that they are certainly listening to every word we say on your phone.
Do you believe America is going to suffer the same type of fate Ukraine has?
Did I show you that I moved the monster gun into this room? I don't know if I did. In order to put that Bela Lugosi tapestry in there, I moved this jukebox over a little bit and moved in the monster gun. So now it's a little bit more accessible, along with this wall of pinball machines. And let's see how the cats are doing. Cats, you're going to get some ham later on. That's a fact. Okay. Gotta wash them. Wash my hands. Whoop, excuse me, Drew. Yesterday I was showing you, no, day before yesterday I was showing you some toys that I'd gotten in the past, various Christmases when I was a kid, and I was baking a ham down in the kitchen, and I had a timer going on my phone, and when the timer went off, it stopped the camera, so that's why that broadcast ended abruptly, and that's why I was going to show you the Planet of the Apes treehouse that I got Christmas of 1974, and I never got to it. So let's look at it now. Okay. It's not in the best of condition. I'm gradually finding pieces and this Gene Simmons, the guy I bought it from, pulled his head off and put it on Superman's body, the Christopher Reeve Superman. So that's an altered Gene Simmons figure with a more muscular physique. How about that? It's my got a whole bunch of old radios here. This one got broken in the move. I was carrying this radio from an antique store out to my car when I was mugged back, man, that was probably 20 years ago in Dallas. And I was had my hands full. The guy came at me from behind and punched me harder than I've ever been punched in my life, like Mike Tyson kind of punches. I could have sworn my nose was broken. But we stole my wallet, got about $30, and it's part of the wonder of Dallas. And I forgot to bring the cord up. Of course, I forgot that. So I have to go back downstairs. The guy on the television's talking very politically incorrect things that YouTube won't like. So, well. So how are you guys doing, man? I just realized this is signed by Dave Stevens. 742 of 850, yeah. I can't show you the print, but you'll just have to believe me. Yeah, we'll go through some comic books. What the heck? I'll move Nixon over here. Here's a painting I did a while back, long time ago. Here's a piece of original art. I don't know where it was published, probably like in a college magazine. Is it signed? Yes, it is signed. Man, what does that say? Blevins. Either Blevins or Brevins. Oh, this reminds me. I'm sure a lot of you watched A Christmas Story with your family. Next time you watch A Christmas Story, I'm spitting food out of my mouth, disgusting. Next time you watch A Christmas Story, look at the closing credits, and you'll see that they have Flash Gordon and Ming the Merciless in the credits, and who played them. But that scene is not in the movie. There's originally the movie was planned to have several dream sequences, and I think one's still in there. But one, he was like a Western guy fighting against Black Bart, I think. Basically, he was like a Red Rider kind of character, right? And that was cut out because the movie studio wanted to keep the movie at 90 minutes so that it could be played every 2 hours in a theater. And so they cut those. And there also was a scene where the kid is on the planet Mongo, and he has to save Flash Gordon from Ming the Merciless. And they got a guy that really kind of looked like Flash Gordon, and they had a guy that looked like Ming the Merciless, and that was originally in the original cut of the movie. Apparently that footage no longer exists. It is completely lost. So if you type in A Christmas Story Flash Gordon on Google, whatever search engine, and look at images, you'll see a picture of Ming the Merciless, and you'll see a picture of the guy playing Flash Gordon with Ralphie, or is that what his name was, I think? It's a shame. It would have been cool to see those scenes, man. They're really cool. And of course, Flash Gordon is one of the characters a kid in the 1930s would have fantasized about. I encourage you, Christmas season's still kind of ongoing. Sit down with your family and say, we're going to have a Bob Clark film festival. And they'll say, Bob Clark, who's he? And they say, Bob Clark is the man that directed A Christmas Story. Let's look at some of his other movies. And you say, oh, that's great. Do that. Look at his, look him up and look at his resume, his filmography. Bob Clark. So what you could do is show Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things from 1972, a zombie movie, and you can show Deranged about Ed Gein. And then we'll put A Christmas Story at the end. We'll work up to it. And then show Porky's and Porky's 2. And then show A Christmas Story. But he actually did a sequel to A Christmas Story that I've never seen. And it had a different cast. And it was called A Summer Story. But it also had Gene Shepard, the original author, narrating it just like he did in A Christmas Story. Now, Gene Shepard was a guy on the radio, I guess in New York, and he would tell these stories on the radio that mesmerized people about his childhood and different things. And Gene Shepard, well, you know, there was this group of people that grew up in the 30s that, man, what's his name? Shel Silverstein, right? Where the Sidewalk Ends. And Hugh Hefner. And they grew up in the 30s, and they grew up with all that culture of the 30s. And Shel Silverstein said, you need to put out a book. You need to get your stories that you tell on the radio and write them down. And he said, I don't know, that's too much trouble, Gene Shepard. So Silverstein actually got a recording off the radio and typed it out and then helped him edit it. And so that's how the first Gene Shepard stories went from just being broadcast to actually being written stories. And then some of the stories were published in Playboy. In fact, the story that the movie A Christmas Story is based on, which is called Red Rider and something, I don't know. It's in the December '65 issue of Playboy, which I don't think most people know because they just know Christmas Story is this heartwarming movie. Yeah, that was originally published in this magazine that is... we don't even want to mention the title because it's offensive. It offends people. So they put out, I think in '66, all these Gene Shepard stories in a book called In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. And it has several stories about Ralphie, and it was a fictional version of the author, obviously, growing up. There were fictional stories that were kind of partly true, partly based on things that, had happened to him or friends of his. Oh, the dog is here to bother me. Not to bother me, just to see what we're talking about. Anyway. So Flash Gordon was in A Christmas Story. And isn't that incredible? I'm here because I'm doing some edit. Why am I not back in the comic room? I mean, I got the cable. I'm recording off of YouTube. This isn't YouTube. I'm recording off of David Nino Rodriguez's pay-per-view pay site. It's you have to pay a couple bucks a month to get these interviews, and then I'll go back upstairs and look at comics. Okay, all right. So let's see what. Okay. All right. Let's give the dog a little food and then we'll go upstairs.
What's up, folks? Welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. Doing what's going on our chain. We're going to be talking about, I guess, really 2024 and how we feel it's going to be very impactful. I mean, everyone knows that. Common sense tells you this is going to be a defining year.
All right, let's give the dog a little bit of food.
The Epstein Island list, a lot of those people coming out.
Oh yeah, the Epstein list is going to be released on January 1st, is what I hear. All right.
A lot of dirt coming out, a lot of feelings coming out going into 24.
Dog food.
Hunter Biden, the Biden impeachment. I mean, there's so many things happening.
Oh boy, that'll be something when they release that list. And there's royalty on it, and the Clintons, and who knows who else. I think most people know who's pretty much on that list. Jeffrey Epstein will call you across the winds of the sea. Here I am, your special island. Come to me, come to me. We just watched South Pacific the other night. There's a lot of great music in that. It's the main theme is this woman falls in love with a French guy that's living on this island. The Navy's getting ready to stage, a battle based from that island, and this Frenchman lives there, and this American nurse falls in love with him. And then she finds out that he had a wife that passed away that was Polynesian and had 2 kids with her. And then she says, "Oh, I can't marry you." And then this Marine falls in love with this native woman, and well, I can't marry you. You're Polynesian. And then, of course, they both see the errors of their way, but it's basically, and made in the late 40s, it's about prejudice. And but the ironic thing is, it was a Broadway play first, and the lady that plays the mother of the girl that the Marine falls in love with, that sings Bali High, Bali High will call you, happy, 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 happy talk, she's Polynesian, and so, she was in the Broadway play, but when they made the movie, they got someone else to dub over her singing voice because I guess they thought it was too ethnic, or so you're making a point with the whole theme of the movie is anti-prejudice, and then you're prejudiced and not letting this woman that was an award-winning Broadway actress and singer, you don't let her actually sing in the movie. Oh well. Hold on a minute, I gotta, oh scheisse. No, nothing goes right here. Oh boy. Kiss double platinum. The mighty Hercules, who looked exactly like Superman. I mean, he looks exactly like Superman. All right. We'll be back. We got a woman house. Don't want to do that on camera. I'm here to encourage you, if you're ready to make some New Year's resolutions and everything. I still have soap on my hands. I'm starting to get OCD stuff coming back. Okay, OCD, we all have it. If you're a comic book collector, you probably have OCD, and it flares up, and I'm just noticing right now it's flaring up. Happens during stress, and Christmas is a very stressful time. I mean, let's face it. I mean, it makes you aware all your family and friends that aren't here anymore, and all that mortality stuff, and it's probably why I moved those Christmas trees a few feet from there. I didn't actually put them up, but I put them up. Okay, so what the heck am I talking about? My wife is calling. Let me go see what's going on with her. This is not going to be a very interesting show to watch, is it? Well, I got my wife breakfast this morning, and she's waking up, and the food has made her sick. She's having trouble with cheese. And everything in this town is made with cheese. What the heck am I talking about? Oh, fight OCD, man. You just got to fight it with power of sheer willpower. But New Year's resolutions: get out of the big city, man. You got to get out of do it quick, like real quick, because this year is gonna be horrific. And and do more shows, guys. If you're someone that creates shows, I don't like to call it content. Do more shows, because man, I'm off for the next week and a half, and I need something to watch. Captain Strangelove did a new show, so I watched that. And I just don't see a lot of the people that make shows, the people that think like I do. A lot of people aren't making shows, so having to watch all these people wringing their hands about CGC. CGC has had a problem with some problems lately. I understand that they're going to be the official, they're now taking over Free Comic Book Day. It's going to be officially run and sponsored by CGC. Yeah, I'm one of those old-fashioned people that collects raw comics. They like to call them raw comics. They say, why are those people, those old-fashioned comic collectors, why do they hate us so much for slabbing our comics? Well, maybe you shouldn't call us people that collect raw comics. I mean, you talk about us in a derisive way. I think that's derisive. Okay. There was something I wanted to do. Man, I want to look at my creepy magazines. Creepy, Eerie, and Vampirella, because Charlton 66 works a few days a week in a comic store, and they just got in boxes of Creepy, Eerie, and Vampirellas. I don't remember what issues I have. Well, I do kind of. So let's go look. Everything's okay. They're not here. So let's see if they're in this closet. Famous Monsters, Assorted Warren, Monster Bash, Alter Ego, Comics Journal. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do is figure out because I save old calendars, and every few years calendars can be reused. Now here's a 1972 calendar. January 1st is on a Saturday, so that won't work. But some years, this year, January 1st will be on a Monday, right? So if I can find whatever years January 1st fell on a Monday, then that'll be cool. Okay. Are there creepy in here? Where are my Creepy, Eerie, and Vampirellas? So various places they could be. Okay. Retro Fan, Cracked Magazine, Dynamite. Okay, they're not here. Okay. Marvel magazines. Okay, no. Are they over here? Vampirella, okay. National Lampoon. Men's True Crime. There's Eerie. Weird. Weird, weird. As Snow White says. Okay, I gotta move some stuff off these boxes. So, what's in this box? Oh, Bizarre Adventures. What else? Dracula Lives. Okay, I see. Monsters Unleashed. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Okay. That almost was a disaster. Oh, here's some thumbtacks. Oh, wonderful. Okay, here's Eerie. There's Vampirella. Okay, let's look through Eerie first, and then I need to find the Creepy. That's the wrestling clock talking. Where's the Creepy box? Oh, the Creepy box must be in this room. I'm starting to get a little more organized in that I kind of sort of know where things are. Okay. Monster Times, Mad Magazine. No. Here's a bound set of Vampirella 1 through 20. So I definitely have issues 1 through 20 of Vampirella in that format. I didn't buy them, I bought them bound already. All right, let's look at the Eerie magazines. Okay, here's Eerie number 2. I know it should be backed and boarded. I'm aware of that. There is no, effectively, there's no Eerie number 1. They did an ash can that they made like ridiculously low number of copies, 50, maybe 500. I don't even know if they did 500. Just because there was a company, another magazine company called Eerie Publications, and they wanted to make sure they had a magazine out called Eerie so that the other company couldn't, they had to have it out. So they, I mean, if you're a very wealthy person, I mean, you could get a copy of Eerie number 1. But effectively, the magazine appearing on the newsstand started with Eerie number 2. Okay. So I'm really doing this video so I can familiarize myself with what I already have. So this is the introduction, really, of Cousin Eerie. I don't know if Cousin Eerie appeared in that Ashcan comic, because that's 2. Here's 3. The wonderful ads in the back. That's the thing that no other monster magazine company had, were the wonderful ads in the back that Warren Publishing had. James Warren was at a Famous Monsters convention in the last few weeks. There's a wonderful YouTube channel called Dark Ride Dracula, and the couple that runs that channel brought a copy of Famous Monsters of Filmland #2 to James Warren to autograph it, and he's looking at it and saying, "Oh, look, this is an old girlfriend I used to date that's pictured inside." And because he's on the cover, he's dressed as a ghoul holding a sign saying "Big Second Issue." And so he was going to sign the cover, and as he's looking through it, the cover just falls off because it was barely hanging on. But if someone's going to damage your copy of Famous Monsters of Filmland #2 and accidentally knock off the cover, then the actual publisher of the magazine should be the guy that does it. And anyway, it's all right. I mean, he got the signature on there. It would have fallen off pretty soon anyway. But you see it like him going, you're cringing watching the video, and then you see it fall. And the guy is like in his 90s, more than likely. He was part of, he was one of those guys in that crowd that grew up in the 30s, like Hugh Hefner and Shel Silverstein and the guy that wrote A Christmas Story. Why am I not thinking of him? Whatever. Anyway, so I have Eerie 3. I have Eerie 4. Because I was buying these in the 80s when nobody wanted them. Nobody cared about them, really. They really didn't. Because it wasn't X-Men or whatever was hot at the time. My mind is not working. I'm really tired today. I watched some movies with my wife last night, but I don't remember what they were. Oh, she wanted to watch Elf. I've never seen Elf. I understand the kid that played Ralphie in A Christmas Story plays the head elf in that movie. I mean, it was all right. It has Zoe Deschanel in it, but she has her hair dyed blonde. This movie is 20 years old. I always liked her, and I liked her singing. She's in a group called She and Him, and she seems to have really good taste in music, and as far as loving the old classics and Brian Wilson and stuff. But when Biden was running for president in 2000, she hosted, she and some other movie person or singer hosted the show, Vote for Biden. And I thought, oh man, how heartbreaking that this woman that I thought was cool approves of Biden. And well, boy, what happened to Robert De Niro? He used to be someone that we loved. Robert De Niro. He was in Taxi Driver and Raging Bull. He was just like the greatest living actor, He was in The Godfather Part 2 and everything. But something happened, man. That guy is nuts. As far as his TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, he's and he appears in terrible movies now. Stupid comedies. Oh, well. Here's a story with Al Williamson art. Great. Oh, did I show you the cover of this? Look at that. Yeah, I have some of the early issues of Eerie. Oh, that was 3, so this is... Oh, wait. Wait a minute. That was 2. That was 3. I'm missing issue 4. So if... No, I'm not. Issue 4 is right here. I showed it to you, didn't I? Issue 4? That's a Gray Morrow cover. You ever slip and call him gray matter? Okay, so I have 5. I'm not missing anything. So then, here's 6. I've got 7 with the Sea Witch on it. Okay, I'm missing 8 and 9. So I might... Okay, 8 and 9 are needed. Another Gray Morrow cover. That's got a date stamp. You don't see date stamps on Warren magazines that often. At least I don't. 8 and 9, okay. That was 10. I'm missing 11. So here's 12. This cover really looks like it would belong on Famous Monsters more. But it's also Gray Morrow. Okay. That's 12. Then so I need 13. Here's 14. Here's 15. So I'll rewatch this recording. I was about to call it this tape, and see which ones I need, and I'll get those numbers to Charlton 66. I don't know, the store owner, how he's going to price them. Okay, that was 16, so I'm missing 17, 18, and 19. Here's 20. It looks, at first glance, it looks like these are photographs. Then you look at them more closely and they're paintings, but they might be Halloween mask photographs that someone has painted over. There's something about it. It looks like it's a combination of photographs and paint. And look at these wonderful Aurora model kits. I would pore over these as a kid in 2nd grade and look at all these movies that you could get on 8mm or Super 8. And of course, I'd never seen the movies, and then all these record albums and stuff. A lot of these record albums you can hear on YouTube. And here's the 2-page spread of the Aurora model kits. There's the creepy back issues. There's John Severin art. Damn. It's the fall of the House of Usher. I understand there's a Netflix series based on that Poe story that's set in modern times or something. I don't know. This issue is from (1968). Wow. (1968) doesn't seem that long ago to me, but then you think about it and you realize that's the year that Night of the Living Dead came out. That's the year that Marvel expanded and had all those issue number 1s. 16. Okay, so I'm missing 17, 18, and 19. That was 20. Ooh, I'm missing a bunch. Ugh! Almost dropped it. Issue 29. I'm missing 21 through 28. Yeah, I'm probably too tired to be doing this broadcast right now. Yes, indeed. Yeah, anti-Vietnam War editorial here from James Warren on the inside front cover. 29. Okay. Here's issue 30. Whew. This Nostalgia Press was putting out these books of Flash Gordon art. Alex Raymond. And they were actually they put out a comic called Nostalgia Comics that reprinted various things like Popeye and Flash Gordon and the Phantom. And I didn't know that till this morning, actually. Ooh, here's a BEM, Bug-Eyed Monster. They used to call these things bug-eyed monsters, BEMs. Oh, the cover is Basil Gogos. I used to know that. 30. And then I'm missing 31. Here's 32. $33. I better go quicker. Here's 34. Another 34. So I definitely don't need 34. 35. $36. We're starting to get into the time period that I remember seeing these books on the stands. This is a 1971 issue. February 72. I definitely remember seeing this one on the stands, 100%. June 72, issue 40. Wait, I'm not paying attention to numbers. 38, so I'm missing 39. I'm missing 37. Okay, so we're up to 40. Oh, here's 41. Oh, this is one of the greatest covers of all time. There's 42. 100% I remember seeing this a bunch of times on the newsstand. October 72. Okay, that's why. 1972, the summer of 72, we moved from Germany, from Heidelberg, Germany, to Hampton, Virginia. So as we landed in the United States, and as we... Oh, that's what happened. We landed in the United States, and then my oldest brother, he graduated from high school and was going to college at the University of Texas at Arlington. So we drove across the country and we went to Six Flags Over Texas. Yeah. And we also went to Disney World in Florida. So as we traveled across the country, I went by a lot of newsstands, and I'd see this tantalizing me at a lot of newsstands. So I remember seeing it in many different locales. November 72, so this is one of the ones I would see in my second grade year, which I remember well. So 42 was that one with the, okay, and that's 43. I'm missing 44. Oh, I remember this one. I really remember this one. Okay, so 45. Yeah, the witch is turning him into a beast. First you're wondering, is she turning a caveman into this guy? But you see he's got a knife. So he's actually being turned into the caveman. 45. Okay, 45. 43. So I'm missing 44. 46 I've got with this great Dracula cover. 47, oh, how well I remember this cover. I didn't get it at the time, I got it later. Most of these I bought in the 80s. 47. 40, okay, missing 48. This is the first one I bought. This is not my childhood copy. I stupidly gave it away, but it was not in as good a shape as this one. I gave it away because I had already upgraded it to this one, but I should have kept the childhood copy. My mother didn't let me buy these, but one time I was in a bookstore and I asked my dad if I could buy it. And he said, sure, why not? It's like, why are you even asking me? July of I felt a little guilty. July of 73. So this is right when we were moving from San Antonio. No, from I'll never live in Florida. From Virginia to San Antonio. Summer. Great. Okay, so that one has a swamp creature story in it. 49. Here's 50. 50. Pretty soon, Eerie becomes a superhero comic. Like, it has all these weird superheroes. Already Dax the Warrior is all through these. He's a European character. 50. Okay, I'm missing 51. Here's 52. And they have an ongoing mummy and werewolf story, too. Creepy never had ongoing characters. Eerie, that's what distinguished Eerie. 54. Now we got a whole bunch. The Mummy, Hunter, Shrek, and introducing Dr. Arceus. 53. Okay, that's 54. Okay, I'm missing 56, 57. Here's 58. Here's 59. This is a beat up copy. I've got a better one. This has got all like the Dax the Damned stories in it, which is, you know, it had sword and sorcery comics were really popular there in the 70s, early to mid 70s because of Marvel's Conan. So everybody was trying to rebottle that success. And DC was trying to get a sword and sorcery comic going. 59. And this was Eerie's attempt. 59. Okay, I'm missing 60. Here's 61. Here's 62. After this point, there's another copy of 62. I probably don't care. 63. I probably don't really need ones after this point. It's the ones from that early part of the 70s that another copy of 63 that I'm most nostalgic for. Another 63? What? I'm missing a 64. Here's 65. Another 65. What? Here's 66. 67. 68. What? 68. And then I go to 80. Yeah, it looks like a lot of 68. So that's 69. And all the 70s I'm missing. Then I return for issue 80. How strange. Here's 81. '82. This one I bought. Oh, I really need to rebag that. I bought that at Canesville Collectibles and about a year and a half ago. 82. Missing 83, 84, 85. Here's 86, which is a wonderful all Richard Corbin issue. Remember buying that one at Lone Star Comics when it first opened. That was 86. And then I returned for this. This is one of the greatest covers in the history of comics. It's so beautiful. Issue 90. Everything about it. The colors, everything about it. Richard Corbin is a genius. Always will be a genius. Okay, 91's missing, then 92. Okay, from this point on, I pretty much got the ones I wanted off the newsstand. And if I didn't buy it, it was probably because it just looked lame. We're already up to the UPC code era, so I don't really care. This is a great issue that has the Rook and Vampirella teamed up. The Rook was probably Warren's best superhero other than Vampirella. You know, people don't really think of Warren as a superhero company, but it really was. And here's 96, McTavish Robot Smasher. Now this is a parody of Magnus Robot Fighter. 97 is a great dinosaur issue. 98, yeah, I forgot the Rook. That's started in Erie, and then he got his own comic. Got another copy of that. Yeah, the Rook was great. You know, if someone made a movie of the Rook, it would just be fantastic. 99, and here's issue 100. See, it had all these superheroes. It almost looks like, you just look at it at a glance, it looks like Atlas Seaboard's lineup of superheroes, these heroes that you just knew fleetingly and they were gone. Yeah, here's 101. I don't like this kind of art. 102. I'm missing 103. Here's 104. This does a number on your arms, man. I don't know why this episode continues to go. It usually at 1 hour and 18 minutes, it just magically cuts off. Here's 116. So it will probably cut off any second. So it's been nice spending this afternoon with you here the day after Christmas. So again, thank you, Kevin Johnson, for the wonderful Christmas gift that was a real surprise. That's 119. I don't know when Erie ended. Here's the 1970 yearbook. I think I got this from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona as well. And here is the 1971 annual. And so that completes my Erie collection as it stands right now. Where's Creepy, man? See, at one time, all my Creepy and Erie fit in this box, but now, then at one time I had Erie and the Rook in it, but now the Rook is in another box. They don't all fit in here anymore. Hell, it just seems like the show just keeps going. I'm already at an hour and 21 minutes. I wonder if that show's still recording downstairs. So, Christmas. So those are the Eries. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Maybe the creepies, there's Archie. If I was a creepy magazine, where would I be? Oh boy. Well, it was nice of you guys to drop by today. Wonderful, wonderful episode. Oh, let's see what the snow's doing, man. I completely forgot it was snowing outside. What kind of, what's wrong with me, man? This is the pop-up Dick Tracy Capture of Boris Arson. How about that? Okay. Yeah, snow. We gotta go look for the snow. I have to walk one step at a time because my knees are screwed up. Oh, I don't hear any talking. Is that episode already over? How long did we spend upstairs, man? Shoot. I've been recording dead air. Right, Drew the dog? Okay. There it is. Okay. Let's go see what's going on with the snow. Watch it have stopped. It does not look like it is snowing now. If it is very... Ooh, it's nice and windy, though. There's a few flakes. How about that? Let's see if I got any other mail. Oh, here's the mail. When I got that package earlier, the mailbox was empty. So apparently they made 2 deliveries today. Okay. Let's see. Okay, there's a pro-Donald Trump card that I got. We get tons of these political cards in the mail. This one says, President Trump protects life. President Trump is the most pro-life president in history. America's first conservative. What else does it say here? President Trump's conservative agenda. I save all these things. Well, cats are still sleeping like they were. Look how they're on. Sorry to wake you up. They're well, I guess I'll see you guys soon.